Part one of a series on painkiller addiction yesterday, we talked to many people just like the Brenners who dealt firsthand with this problem. Now in part two, News 18 this morning looks at how hard it is to change a life addicted to pills.
I remember she came home one day and was like, you got two choices. You can go get help or I'm going to call the cops and let them handle you.
Matt Cook remembers the low point in his years-long battle with prescription painkillers. His wife gave him a choice, and his decision would affect the rest of his life. But getting help is often the second major choice a drug addict faces, the first being choosing to use drugs in the first place. There's only one problem.
Most people usually start them for legitimate reasons.
The choice to use prescription drugs for the first time, says Dr. Mark Estes, is often not only legal, but recommended by a doctor. This problem is unique to prescription painkillers. The same can never be said for drugs like heroin or cocaine. So when former addicts come see IU Arnett's top emergency room doctor, some know exactly what decision time looks like.
When they come into the emergency department where I see them, they'll tell me, they may have broken their ankle, but they'll tell me, listen, I don't want any narcotics, because they don't want to go down that road again.
Unfortunately, very few Hoosiers refuse narcotics. A July report by the CDC found there are more painkiller prescriptions in the state than there are people. That's right, for every 100 people in Indiana, there are 109 prescriptions for painkillers. Neighboring Illinois has only 68. The problem with these drugs is how addictive they can be. Let's take Oxycontin, for example. 2 a day, and you're probably okay. But if you start to abuse them, they could change your life forever. Matt Cook thought he was going to change his life when he listened to his wife that day and decided to get clean for the first time. That meant no more Oxy, no more heroin, no more anything other than methadone.
I don't think that methadone or Suboxone is a good alternative for heroin.
Amy Schaller-Page runs Home with Hope Halfway House in Lafayette. She says in the 7.5 years she's been treating addiction, methadone, which is commonly and legally prescribed to treat heroin addicts, has helped maybe a handful of people. Matt Cook wasn't one of them. He was addicted for 4 years.
If you have to detox off of the methadone and the Suboxone, then apparently there's still an issue.
Though methadone is thought to be safer than heroin, more people in Tippecanoe County have overdosed on it than heroin and cocaine combined in the last 10 years. Schaller-Page says the one thing that will help addicts get clean is intense, comprehensive rehab, something Cook is going through right now.
Me as an addict, I need to be held accountable. So this is how this program helps me in that way. And then there's always people around that I can talk to.
If Cook stays on the right path, he'll join the hundreds who have left Home with Hope with a smile and a future.
Many of them will tell us thank you for saving their life. It's teaching them a new way to live.
If you or someone you love is dealing with painkiller addiction, the CDC urges people to call 1-800-662-HELP.